Are you thinking of getting involved with rental properties? Are you looking forward to the wealth and passive income that rental properties can bring? Well, hold on one sec. First, let me tell you two stories of a couple friends of mine. The first bought a new car when he was 21 years old. Then he bought a nice house right away, and then another car, then some cool guy toys, you know what I mean? And his life was awesome. Had a job that paid him well. He used the money to live a pretty cool life when he wasn't working. The second friend, instead of a new car, he bought a rental house when he was 21. Then he bought a duplex, then he bought some more rentals, and it was hard work. He made some mistakes. He didn't drive a fancy car. He didn't even make that much money at first, but over the next several years, he continued buying rental properties, and soon he was able to quit his job at just 27 years old. His rental properties gave enough money every month to pay his bills. So rather than working 40 or 50 hours a week, making someone else rich, he was able to use his new free time to make himself and those around him wealthier. Now he's got a newer car, he's got the nice house, he's got the toys, but those things were paid by the nearly 100 rental units that he owns. Now he spends his time buying more real estate because he likes to, and he travels around the world regularly and spends an amazing amount of time hanging out with his wife and daughter. Oh, he also writes books like the book on rental property investing and makes YouTube videos. Yes, the second story was about me. My name is Brandon Turner, co-host of the BiggerPockets podcast, author of the book on rental property investing, and that first story is about every friend that I had. The second one was about me, the first one's every friend I got, and there was nothing wrong with that, right? But for me, I wanted something different than that script. See, most of those friends are still working that same job, the one that they aren't enjoying quite as much anymore, and they're working so many hours they don't have time to enjoy the toys and the travel and the family life. So, the fact that you're still watching this video tells me you're probably more like story 2 than story 1. You want something different. You want the kind of life that financial freedom through real estate can give you. Awesome. So let's help you get there. I'm going to use this video to give you the basics, the foundation for rental property success. I'm going to do it in an 8-step process. Now, before we get to step number 1, can you do me 2 quick favors? First of all, click the like button below this video, and then also click that little subscribe to this video channel. Those 2 things let the internet masters of the universe know that this video is valuable so we can reach more people with the message of financial freedom. All right, let's get to it. Step number 1, make a plan. Look, there's a ton of different types of rental properties out there. There's single family homes, small multifamily properties, large multifamily, commercial properties, vacation rentals, and so on. So it's good to narrow that down and pick one type of property you want to start with. You don't have to be stuck with that property type forever, but just focusing towards one thing, you can dig in deeper, read more books on that topic, listen to more podcasts on it, chat with other investors who are doing that kind of thing. Get clarity, get focused. All right, step number 2, choose your market. Look, you don't have to invest in your own backyard, but when you're first starting out, it definitely makes it easier if you can drive to the property. But again, you don't have to. Invest where the numbers make sense with the plan that you've made. So if you're looking to buy rentals, but you live in downtown San Francisco, then you might need to consider a market further away. Some areas just don't work as well as others. Then, once you define your market, it's time you do your homework and seek to understand as much as possible about that market. Where do people like to live? Where are property prices higher? Where are they lower? What about rent? What about crime? Talk with local real estate agents, talk with lenders, talk with property managers, other local investors. They can all help you in a tremendous way. And that actually leads us to step number 3, build up your real estate team. Now, when I say team, I'm not talking about some high school jock squad, right? I'm talking about the professionals that you can help, that you can rely on to help you with your investments. Specifically, I want to call attention to what my buddy David Green, author of Long Distance Real Estate Investing, calls the core 4. These 4 people are the people who are going to help you the most. Your agent, who can help you find deals and understand the market. The lender, who can make sure you get the best financing possible. Your property manager, who can advise on the best neighborhoods and rental rates and property conditions. And your contractor, because if you plan to buy something that needs to work, which most of the best deals do, you're going to need a good contractor. All right. So, what's the best way to find your core 4? Well, one word: recommendations. Find some other real estate investors out on BiggerPockets.com. There's 1 million people there, right? And reach out to them. Build relationships. Ask for recommendations. All right, moving on. Step number 4, figure out your financing. There's so many different ways to finance deals. There's conventional loans, there's portfolio loans, commercial loans, private loans, BRRRR investing, using a partner, and so on. The key is understanding what all these financing options are so you can best fit the financing strategy with the deal that you come up with. So for more on financing real estate, you might want to check out my first full-length book, the book on investing in real estate with no and low money down, which you can get at like BiggerPockets.com/store or really anywhere where they sell books or lend them out. Lend them out? Like a library. Step number 5, start getting leads. Whether it's from your real estate agent, which is I think like the easiest way to get leads, even if they're not the best, but whether it's from an agent or maybe you do something more advanced like direct mail marketing or driving for dollars, you gotta get leads coming in. And then what do you do with those leads when you get them? Well, thanks for asking. That takes us to step number 6, start analyzing deals. Now I want you to remember 3 simple words. Math overcomes fear. The more comfortable you are running the numbers, the more confident you'll be pursuing deals. And here's the great thing about real estate. Every property out there has a number that makes it a good deal. Your job is to simply find that number and then pursue it. You know, if your goal is $200 a month in cash flow every month, then figure out how much you can pay for that property to get $200 a month. It's really that simple. You might have to look at a whole lot of deals, but real estate is a numbers game, so keep at it. And for the easiest, fastest, most complete way to do the math, check out the BiggerPockets Real Estate Investment Calculators at BiggerPockets.com/calc. All right, so once you have that number, you'll know how to you know how you're going to finance it. It's time to go after the deal, which brings us to step number 7, offer and negotiate. Make your offer, including how much you want to pay, when you want to close, what kind of financing you plan on using, what kind of inspection period, how long you want that to be, and so on. Your real estate agent can really help with all of this. Now, one trick that I often use in my own investing, I like to give sellers a couple different options, like $200,000 as is, $220,000 if you include the furniture. Now, I don't necessarily need the furniture or whatever else I'm asking for, but if you give multiple options, people tend to choose between the options rather than thinking yes or no. So then once you get that, you're going to negotiate with the seller back and forth, and either you can't come to an agreement, you'll go separate ways, or you'll get mutual acceptance on the contract and you'll move on to step number 8, close and manage. You're likely going to use a title company to do all the paperwork and the details, but you'll probably want to hire an inspector to check out the property's bones, line up insurance, all that stuff. After signing papers and getting the keys, you're going to be the brand new owner of your own personal ATM machine. But that ATM machine is going to turn into a bottomless pit of woe unless you manage effectively. Landlording is a skill anybody can learn. In fact, my wife and I wrote a 100,000-word book on that topic because these things don't come always naturally. That said, I don't even think you necessarily have to manage yourself. In fact, if you hire a great property manager, then it's their job to deal with the difficulties of tenant relations. But remember, it's still your job to watch over the manager and make sure they're doing a great job. Look, financial freedom through rental properties is entirely possible, and you can do it. So get out there today and start building your real estate empire. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the little thumbs up button to let the internet know you liked it. So for BiggerPockets.com, my name is Brandon Turner, signing off.